Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna start. I told you I'm gonna start going live with y'all. Sometimes it's on videos, but most of the time the shit gonna be live. I told you I'm coming from the field. I'm gonna do a live with y'all tonight on the way. How to travel and shit on public transportation tonight. So y'all stay tuned to that shit. But I'm gonna be doing lives like this because I don't really like doing the whole video shit. That's cool, but you gotta organize shit. Now I really want to see y'all the field. So I'm back at my site. She only got like two more weeks here. Working it straight all the way. So we good. Damn, it's like every time I'm on live, the police show up. But yeah, this a hot area and shit. So today live gonna be on just multiple shit. Look, they already going to get somebody right now. Look, they responding to a call. Um, just this live gonna be on rap beef. Um, and I'm gonna throw in Medellin for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shit, a lot of people they want to go to Colombia and shit. So I got like a little couple tips for y'all because I went to Medellin and shit like in 2021. So I'm gonna throw that in there for y'all too. So with this rap beef shit, I've been seeing a lot of people and shit. As far as some of these rappers saying like if you got if you got security and shit, uh, and you a rapper, you kind of like scary and shit and all the other shit, especially like towards the drill rappers. So we gonna say like Dirk, or like some people might say Vaughn should have had like security. They saying like Sosa, um, he really don't need security, which he don't. Um, Young boy, all these rappers, you know what I'm saying? Well as upcoming rappers. Yeah, this shit every day. Every fucking day. This shit is uphill every fucking day. It's a murder or a robbery up here every day. So right now I'm posted up outside. So like I said, I'm from the city, so none of this shit scare me. Like I got my blick, I'm cool. And I'm armored up, as y'all see. I'm armored up, blicked up, we good. Let me walk to the store real fast. But back to the security tip, you know, shit like rappers have that shit. I absolutely think motherfuckers should. Cause it's like if they went to jail on gun cases, murder cases, why not have the shit? Cause to be honest with you, that jail shit not cool. It's not cool at all. Like, I've been to the county. I didn't stay in that bitch that long, like shit. But it was on some other shit. It wasn't like no serious shit. I ain't gonna front my move, but shit, you in that bitch with hella niggas, you in that bullpen, and you in that bitch all day just to see the judge dehydrated, only eating fucking milk and 3 pieces of bologna and 1 piece of cheese on white bread and shit type shit. You don't want to do that shit. So when it come to like these rappers with security and shit, it's smart. And I'm only saying this because of Money Man. You know what I'm saying? Money Man, he brought this shit up. I don't need security. I got my own shit. I'm legal, right? All right, so cool. That's cool and shit. So yeah, you can be legal and shit, right? But you only legal in certain states, you know. And then you could try to say like, oh, I got my security company, so I can bring my shit everywhere. But yeah, that's true. But it's like how you gonna perform and move around and talk to other females. Because remember, females can set you up; they can backdoor you. So how you gonna really enjoy your you know what I'm saying, your rich life, being a rich dude and going to see shows, and you still gotta pull security for yourself. And then you know the guys who you with, your entourage, they might be messing with the hoes and shit and fucking off and doing all shit, digging ass love because they with you. So that shit really don't work. But is it smart? Yeah, it's smart. But you know, if I'm saying if you hiring security, especially armed, you straight. Cause for one, it shows that you got money, you got the resources. All right, it shows that you got money because armed security is not cheap. And then traveling armed security, 24 hours versus which is executive protection, EP, that shit is definitely not cheap. And that's my end game in this whole little security. I'm just getting experience with it. So it's not really about the money. So I don't really mind being in the most shittiest areas. And this is the perfect, this is the perfect city to be doing it in. Perfect. Because there's so much crime and so much BS that when you do go to these other states, you straight. Like you got the experience, you ain't spooked, you know how to move, and the most thing you know patterns, behaviors from different peoples who, you know, trying to be a threat and all other shit. So yeah, rappers who hire these securities and they charge them 10,000 a month, that's smart, bro. I mean, you got a bag. I mean, technically you made. I mean, your life is important. That you gotta spend 50 bands a month on security. So that's a smart thing. It ain't like whole move. It ain't all you scared. Ooh, this is you smart. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no you hide behind your guard, which bring me into shit. You got legal muscle. That's number two. You got legal muscle. Legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like motherfuckers, you get into it with somebody or you into it with somebody, and you know, like you go to these different cities and you got all these threats on your Instagram and all this other stuff. You know, shit, you got legal shooters. And that's what you basically are. You a legal shooter, a legal muscle, which is smart. You ain't got to worry about it. Motherfuckers don't got to worry about jail time. Like Kodak, he tired of going to jail, which he should. I don't, bro. If I if I was a millionaire, I would not want to go to jail, bro. You sit in the cell. You can't spend your money. You switch from 5-star food to 0-star food. You end up with a bunch of dudes, no hoes. You can't travel. So who want to do that shit? Getting caught up on gun cases, gun charges, and shooters and shit. And that's one thing. Rest in peace, Devon. I respect about him because he was boxing. As y'all saw in the video, he was trying to box. He was on some straight. He wanted to box before the, you know what I'm saying, before the gunshots ran out. So I can't really respect, you know, I fuck with NBA too, but I can't respect the nigga Little Tune, whatever the fuck his name is, on what he did, because he should have just got his ass whooping it and kept it moving. So in certain aspects, having armed security like Gucci man, he moves smart. He got legal armed security. He moving around with dudes who got rifles, bulletproof trucks, vests, all that shit, like the Secret Service. I respect that shit. So we legal muscle. They can just live their life. Anybody got shit to talk to them or talk about, threaten, man, look, y'all pull up. Cause you know what I'm saying, hey, I got legal shooters, we blowing back. And the security guard, he ain't gonna get in no type of trouble, especially if he got all his credentials. He definitely straight. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. That's number two that come in. Like, you know, you wanna Definitely get that legal muscle. You know, three is, you know, three is it show that you evolving. You know, you hopping out that street shit, and you really want to like show people you changing. It's basically deteriorate from other niggas like cause the niggas who you into it with 9 times out of 10 gonna be like, oh okay. You know what I'm saying? I know he capable of doing that shit, but he moving a certain type of way, so we can't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? In Duck case, and mind you, I'm speaking on all these Chicago rappers because at some point in life, I bumped into him before all this fame and shit. Honestly, before all this, I bumped into all these rappers like Sosa, Butter, like all the niggas from like STL, FBG, and O Block. I bumped into all them niggas before like the gun shit even got into play. When it was just fighting. And when I said bump, I'm saying like I came cross paths with them at high school. Cause I went to High Park. I went there from '06 to 2010. So I was there the whole 4 years. So when the wars was like popping off, the origin of the wars, like when the shit was starting up to make the gun to start the gunplay and shit, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was in school with him and shit. Listen, nigga. I'm in school with them when shit while they boxing in the lunchroom, boxing at the bus stop. Shit, all them niggas in 210, and most of them niggas they didn't even last in school for a week because they got kicked out. So I bumped into a lot of them at High Park. Most of all these drill rappers from Chicago, they all went to High Park. Most of them, like 90% of them, went through High Park. Sosa he didn't go, but like I think Dirk didn't either. But I know Herb he went, Butter went. Uh, it was a lot of rappers. Louis, I think he went. King Louis, he went. So showing that you got, you hiring this security is like a deterrent. Like, oh, okay, this nigga off that drill shit. We can't really fuck with him. So don't. I want y'all guys to know this. Y'all favorite rappers and all this other shit, they move in a certain way. Honestly, they even more deadlier. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. They even more deadlier because they can tell a security man on site, like nigga, like on some, I'm not saying they doing this shit, but it's like, nigga, I'm paying you this amount of money. If you see this nigga, they could turn their security into hitman. Trust me, I know a lot of niggas who armed, bro. They a lot of ex street dudes. A lot of ex street dudes. You know, a lot of ex military. You got like the top tier, the 1%ers of security who doing all of they either ex military or ex street dudes. And most of the time, the street dudes is the dudes who was in the entourage, and they told them, okay, I got my own security company. You can walk around with my shit, with poles and shit, pipes, guns. So it's like, don't let that shit fool y'all, man. Oh man, he copped out. He got security. He ain't no real rapper. Shit, hey, he moving smart, and the biggest thing is showing like he got a bag. He got a bag. But I mean, unfortunately, you got all these younger rappers coming up. They think they think shit. They got all these guns and shit. They can get away with it. They can't drilling and shit on these raps and then meeting up for shootouts and shit. You can't cause technology, bro. Technology really been fucked up the game. iPhones, cameras, Ring doorbells. It fucked up the game, and that's why it was so. That's why drilling and like shit, like honestly, I want to say like oh eight, when it was like between '08 and like shit, honestly, between '08 and 2016, when it was real active up here, and y'all favorite rappers was who be rapping about this shit now, how they can get away with it is because it was no cell phone. It was no ring doorbells. It was no spotter shit. And a spot shotter is basically, I'm gonna see if they should have one up here. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, I'm at work. All right, so y'all see that shit on top of the lamp pole right there? Yeah, right. Let me see. Zoom that shit out. Yeah, right up there. Y'all see that shit right there? That's a sensor. All right, now that's a sensor. All right, so if like somebody in that alley right there start shooting at me, and as y'all see, the police is riding around here consistently. If somebody shoot at me or just shoot at somebody, them sensors are gonna like jump, bing, 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 because they on every lamp, and they got cameras on these lights up here, on these stop lights, and basically it's gonna point blank put them a signal and put them right where the shots came from. And then how they got it set up is the state of Illinois. They shot every gun that's registered in America. So as soon as that that weapon go off, it's gonna pick up the sound through the computer, and it's gonna be like, okay, this is a revolver shooting off. Woo woo, this caliber. And then it's gonna say, oh, it came right in this alley. Boom, and the camera's gonna like just jump right to that area, and then it's gonna send a signal, or it's gonna send a video to the police dash cam, and then they get it right on their dash cam or to their police phone, and they getting live video of the suspect running, or if he's still there, or which way he went. So that's how the police is able to put a box around the guy and catch him. If not catch him, get a picture, and it's just evidence. Now, I don't like the spot shotter because I feel like it's infringing on your civil rights. Like you can't talk because they saying that the cameras is off. It only cut on. They got microphones too. Y'all can go on like y'all can type in like CPD spot shotter footage on YouTube, and y'all can see and hear what's going on. So I don't I don't like it because shit, if you on a block or something chilling, you can be talking about some shit and you don't know if the microphone on, and then people can be they can just be listening to you. Big brother type shit is fine. So that's why you see a lot of these rappers and shit getting caught up off that technology. But the good thing is they about to get rid of it because it's not really saving lives. It's just collecting evidence. And we had this for like past 3 years, and honestly, the murder rates went up because when they put the spot shotter out, they took less police off the street, and they depended on that, and it just turned into a whole. It just went right back to Iraq in this motherfucker. So that's why you see these young dudes, they getting caught up. So that's why it's really important for security being this industry. Plus, you gotta understand security is in the middle. They neutron. All right, meaning The community gonna trust you, but they know you capable of working with the police. So they can do illegal shit around you and not have no consequences of going to jail and use you as a cover. But at the same time, it's stopping people from doing illegal shit to the person because they know, hey, this dude can defend and he can still cooperate with police. Cause under legally law, how you doing? Under legally law, you gotta like if you're on duty, you have to provide the security, you know what I'm saying, with like you don't have to go to the full extent, but you have to help them out a little bit, like what you see, because that's what security is observing and defending. So you have to get them what you observed. All right, bro. So that's what it is. Got my dip and shit. That's another really habit I get from when I'm on duty. I'm always doing that. And I know this live is not big, but this, like I said, everything I'm doing and saying is treasure. It's gold. So it's a reference. So when y'all do come back and this channel big, y'all can go on this video. So, shit. Dang. All right. So just remember that, hey, y'all see the armed guard, or one day when y'all see me, just know I'm getting paid a lot of money, and I'm still enjoying the lifestyle of a rapper, or a celebrity, but I don't have to go through the same shit. And honestly, you become famous because if you keep being seen with these artists, I ain't going back outside. It's cold as a motherfucker. You gonna eventually, get your name out there. I'm working with a few artists right now, and it's nothing big. It's just I'm just providing like just securing the scene when they shooting the videos, and they be in hot places, nothing too big, but I'll get there one day. Um, so that's my spiel on the security in this typically in the rap game because that's the more dangerous scene. Now moving to Colombia, which you guys probably want to hear about, and I can say this: I've seen a lot of videos of people saying, "Hey, should you get should you have security in Colombia?" Which I say no. You don't need security in Colombia. Because for one, you don't even know who you're hiring. All right, you don't know who you're hiring, and you don't know if hold on, I'm trying to light my camera off. Hold on. You don't know who you're hiring, and you don't know who's what plan they got for you. Because remember, if you're not uh fluent in Spanish, you getting finessed. All right, you're getting finessed. You getting taken advantage of regardless. So you don't know if a security guard is in on it with like these places he taking you, or communicating with the guards, um, or whatnot. Man, I'm tired as fuck doing these fucking hours, bro. So you really don't know what's going on. That's another thing, man. When you know what I'm saying, when you with these These rappers and shit, you gotta blend in. That's let me get before I get into Colombia. Let me get back to appearance. So, as y'all can see, I've been switching on my appearance, my hair, because I have really been get off this camera on top. I've really been trying to blend in. You gotta blend in, man. You can't stand out. It's another thing. You gotta stay stealth. You gotta blend in. You gotta look like a rapper, or just blend in with your element. But back to Colombia. So no, you don't need security. Two, if you got the money, that's just a waste of money because you simply can be saving that money and just to be moving smart. Because Colombia, in my experience when I went in 2021, it was on the upcome of like they was building houses, and this is when people really started to kind of expose because your favorite rapper they was going over there, uh, putting it on Instagram, and it was upcoming. So the most dangerous thing in Colombia, honestly, is the women. And it's not all women, it's certain women. And you got certain women over there as a part of these crime rings. And what they're doing is the foreigners, especially the ones who never used to women, they're drugging them. All right, they drugging them with this thing called scopamine, aka dragon breath. And scopamine is like a little powder. They can put it in your drink, they can put it on their breast or whatnot, and they can, if you just inhale, if you inhale it, you get knocked out, and then you get under control by the substance, and it makes you do things you don't even know you're doing. So you can go to an ATM and clean out your whole bank account and get the money to the girl, and she'll give it to the person who's a part of the crime circuit. So that being said, when you guys go over there, man, just be careful of every girl. You don't want to go to every girl. Honestly, if a girl approach you or DM you first, you want to have serious caution. You need to vet her. Vetting means interviewing, researching her. You want to see if she got social media. You want to see what she do. Typically, the girls that's good is like doctors, students, or like lawyers or some type of stuff like that. Don't get the girls who say, "Oh, I'm just be chilling, having fun." And also look at the pictures. You gotta do is you always gotta be aware of your surroundings. So you got some of these privileged people up here thinking they can just walk up on you, not knowing you can just turn around and slap their ass. That's one thing I hate about retail. You are such in a confined space where you always have to be on point because you have over 500 people come in the store a day, and they can be different, they can be reckless. But yeah, back to Colombia, you gotta vet the girl, man. So y'all gotta vet these chicks, bro, when y'all go over there and meet in person. Meet in person first. But you gotta understand, if you're dealing with women in the States, you should be doing the same thing in these other countries. But this is for the guys who's not really dealing with the chicks or just can't deal with mainly my younger folk because I keep running into a lot of guys and it's funny. I ran into a few younger cats. I went to the grocery store and I was getting some food and they was like, they was asking me, I had my uniform on and shit. It was, oh man, what you do? I'm like, I'm chilling. They was like, man, I bet you get all the girls. I was like, nah, I'll be chilling. And then one of the guys was like, man, I want to go to Colombia. And it's funny. I was like, damn, I'm about to shoot a video on that. And if y'all watching this, I mainly made this video for y'all, but they was just saying, I gave them some tips. So this is pretty much for the younger crowd. When y'all go, no matter how beautiful she is, 'cause it is some beautiful girls out there. Colombia is probably number one Um, number one country for the most beautiful is girls. Now, before y'all say, "Oh, you what you go out there for?" I went out there for medical reasons. Uh, the VA sent me out there, so I went out there for medical reasons, and so I experienced this. I saw this, but my battle, he was dealing with the females. Fortunately, I was kind of ill, so I really just stayed in my house and just probably went hiking just to be on some peaceful shit. So, that being said, man, vet the females, because I know 90% of you guys are gonna say, "Oh, I'm just going up." You're going over there for the females, which you're gonna run into a lot of them. And that's something the security, if you do hire them, they're gonna throw that at you all the time. Hey, you want to see chicks? You want to see chicks? We can take you to this club. We can take you to that club. And like I said, if they say that, man, they pretty much in it. And also, you gotta understand when number three, when you hire these security guards and they got weapons and stuff, they can turn on you. It ain't that hard. You go to your room, Airbnb, and they know all your moves. They know how much money you came out here with. They can switch, put a mask on and rob you. So that's another reason why you should hire. So when you go out to these countries, especially Medellin, because I only been in Medellin, Colombia, you just need common sense. Just have common sense, man. Have common sense. My best advice: bring a pocket knife or something. Try to bring a little blade with you. That way you can have some type of defense. Because I ran into an instance. I did run into a group of guys who, because they're gonna try you or they're gonna test you because they know you American the way you dress. Because no matter what, you tell people, oh, you got to dress down, they still think you can go out there with a little necklace and a watch and you can get away with it. Which you can't, because to them that's a sign that you got money. When you get out there, you're not gonna see guys with watches and jewelry on. Okay, you're gonna see people who wearing pants, soccer jerseys, and flip flops. So y'all always keep that in mind when y'all go out there. You wearing jeans 95% of the time, or some type of pants. I think it's some type of, I don't know, it's some type of, it's in their culture where it's like they don't wear shorts for some reason. I'm not sure, but that's just how they get down out there. So that's a way to expose that you a foreigner if you wearing shorts. So just get used to this shit. Have jeans or some type of jogging pants on, and you will be good. So for when you go out there, enjoy the food. Enjoy the food, and that's probably one of the pros of having security out there is they can take you to all the um real Colombian places. Now, like I said, you always keep it in the back of your mind that they might be taking you to these places because they might have a deal with them. But it's still better than you going to all the gringo places, which gringo means foreign, and they charging you American prices, which you should be paying the Colombian price. So they might charge you $20, and it only should be like $5 for a full course meal. But the security, they might take you to all these places. That being said, if they do take you to these places, get a little sample, and then you can just always come back by yourself. You know. But definitely when you go out there, try some good food. If you feeling adventurous, um, you know, and you feel confident, try to go out by yourself. Take an Uber everywhere. I wouldn't advise you to do public transportation the first time you go out there because you don't know the transportation system, which they do have an excellent transportation system out there. But try to just do Ubers and this thing called text now or something like Rappi or something. Try to just use that shit to get around. And they got all type of transportation options out there, but use that when you go out there to Colombia. Number five, try to do like go hiking, go see the mountains, go like they got dirt bikes out there. Go to the dirt bikes. Go to the Pablo Escobar Museum. Go check that out. You're gonna have fun. Um, you'll learn a lot of history. And while I'm on that subject, don't go out there. Oh, I'm out here for Pablo Escobar because the Paisas, which is the Colombian natives. So like I'm from Chicago. I'm born and raised. So I'm a Chicagoan because that's where I'm from and born. Out there, the people that's born in Medellin, just Medellin, that's it. No other cities in Colombia. They're called Paisas. And in that time, the 70s and 80s, Pablo Escobar wasn't glorified. He was more of a this drug lord who just brung rain down on these communities who had these cartel wars and drug infested communities with cocaine. Even though he was a trafficker, he still caused all these deaths and bombings and all these places and pain to these different communities. And I'll do a video on y'all, just a short video on, you know, Colombia. But don't go out there saying where Pablo Escobar is, because that's kind of offensive to them, and they're not gonna like it. And, it might get confrontational. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be out there fighting, but just know you're not gonna make the right friends. Um, so just kind of remember that. But they do have an area, his neighborhood, where people do kind of support him because he did build a lot of shit out there. The transit system, he built that up, and they have a neighborhood out there where you can go. Typically, go during the day because nighttime it do get kind of rough. And that's one thing. When it's nighttime in Medellin, try to be by around your house or in an area where you know you can get home quick, because that's when all the robberies come and play and stuff. You just don't want to get caught up in that, man. You just want to go and have a fun time. But yeah, when you get out there, try to go to the museum. The museum is shit like $10 USD, so that's like 500 pesos, Colombian pesos, like which is like $10. And you get like an hour tour, and you get to go in his vault. You can go into the tunnels he escaped in. You can go into his racing cars, the jail cell he was locked in. All that shit is pretty cool. Um, so yeah, just do that. Now, my advice to not go the security way, because honestly, this is within the past 2 years, this is the first time I'm really hearing about people hiring security. So if you need security go out there, that means you just a scary dude. And be real with you, because if you're not hiring security when you're in the States, that means you a homebody. You're not going outside. So if you going over there with security, you're not gonna get the full experience. And yeah, honestly, you getting all this attention on the wrong attention. That being said, if you want to avoid that route and a cheaper route, and it goes back to number one, I was saying, find a legit female. Find a female, because they like, you're gonna have those gringo chasers, or just, you might run into a good Colombian girl, and just have her be your translator, or just hire one. And that was a big thing. I hired a translator for like a day. Hire a translator. Um, that way you can kick it with her. She can show you everywhere the mall. She speak English, and then you tip her well. She gonna be cool. She gonna make sure you safe. She gonna put you in these different places where you're not around like crime. It's gonna be cool. Now don't try to do no creepy shit with her. Just actually just take it like, honestly, they the translators, when I saw they hours of work was like 7 p.m. to like 3 a.m. because the people who hired them, they typically was just using them to go out at nighttime, and then they was going out to the nightclubs and shit. So typically that's what the translators and shit was used for. Like you'll see them out all the time. Trust me, you'll see a bunch of dudes who look just like foreigners, and they'll be with like a short, low key Colombian. Sometimes it'd be a dude, sometimes it'd be a girl, but the person that walking with you, like, man, who the fuck is that person? Like, you would know, like, okay, that must be the tour guide, because you will see them like walking back. You will see them just telling them, hey, I want this, I want this. Can you go asking this price? And that'll help with the gringo price. You know what I'm saying? That help them be like, okay, don't charge them because they're a cool guy. You know this, that, that. So that'll be the route y'all really want to take, going on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and getting a good translator. Actually, I have a translator. I'm gonna probably do a live with her. She just got a YouTube up, so I'm gonna probably do a live with her and get some little feedback, and so y'all can kind of like see what's going on. So that stay tuned with that. And other than that, that's pretty much it on Colombia. Will I go back out there anytime soon? No, because simple fact is the way it's out there now is really kind of turned into an Americanized place, because so many people are starting to come out there, especially from like America. So it's kind of like being Americanized, especially in a tourist place. The most popular place in Medellin is El Poblado. So if you want to stay somewhere, go to El Poblado. I mean, that's the most tourist place. If you want to Americanize apartment, all that stuff, go to El Poblado. Um, and then if you want to be away, but you want to be close, go to Envigado, or this other place called Sansaria or some shit like that. Yeah, they got some beautiful houses up to a beautiful scenery. So, but no, I would not be going out to Colombia no more. I stayed out there for about a month and a half, had fun. But it's just the way it's set up now and the politics is going on. It's not worth it. It's worth it for like the younger guys who's kind of like struggling. Typically, the passport bros. Shout out to them, passport bros. Um, Shout out to the P-Port bros. This is pretty much for the passport bros and the weekend warriors who just working at these fast food restaurants or construction jobs or whatever government jobs. They only got a weekend off. It's a good time to get out there. Now, a flight, if you live in Miami or Houston, you got direct flights, but any other place, you pretty much gotta fly to those places to get there. So I'm in Chicago, with including a layover. It was like 4 hours from Houston. I flew out of no, I flew out of let me see, I flew out of Miami. So it was like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour flight from Miami. But from Chicago to Miami, it was like 2 hours. So my whole trip was like 4.5. My layover was like 45 minutes to an hour. So it wasn't that bad. When I went, the tickets was cheap. I don't know how the tickets is now. I want to say it's about like 600 round trip, but when I went, it was like 320 round trip. But then again, that's when it was before it got like really, really popular. So yeah. But just try to get out there, man. When you guys don't go out there just for the women. Go out there for the culture, the food, and just really enjoy yourself. And then if you get a chance, I didn't get a chance to go to the they got this rock, this huge rock, and it got stairs on it. You can just walk up the stairs. I didn't get a chance to go to that because I ended up going to like this little paintball place in the hills, and it was beautiful. It was real cool. The VA had took us and shit, so it was real cool. But man, definitely before y'all go to Medellin, Do y'all research before y'all go out there. Have enough money. Now, money. I'm gonna go before I get out here tell y'all about money situation. So our money is like it's our dollar is higher, so you'll be getting more money. But that's what I was saying. Stay out of the gringo places because you're gonna be paying the American price. So a lot of people will be saying, okay, how much you need for a weekend? So for a weekend, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. If you're trying to like party, which most people do, which is go out there and party and deal with the women for the weekend. If you got everything booked just for like spending cash, I would say $1,500 max. You want to go out there with about 1,000. If you stand out there Friday to Sunday, you would be good with about $1,000. On the safe side, 1,500. If you want to stretch it and not deal with the women, just go out there to kick it, eat, go to a lounge or something. The culture, 500 to 1,000. But the rule when you go out the country, you want to at least have 1,000, especially for the weekend. Yeah, if you're going for a long stay, for about like 2 weeks to a month, I would say anywhere from 3,000 to $500, 5,000 to be super comfortable. Now you can go out there if you got your flight and everything paid. You can go out there with $1,500 for the for a whole month because you can get your groceries. And if you just living an everyday life like you do in America, you can get your groceries as cheap, cook at home. Only go outside, no shopping at the mall. Just go to like some cheap events. You can go out there with $1,500 to $1,000, but I would say to live comfortably, like to go out and do something and go on dates and shit, which is not expensive. 3,000 to about $5,000 for the whole entire month. And you can get you a good Airbnb and shit with a balcony and all that shit for cheap too as well. For like a month, I say about like $600 to 800 uh on the low end. But as I was saying, more and more people going out there, everything's is getting high. So just remember that. What else I kind of want to go over? I will get in a little bit more detail. Depending on how this live goes. Y'all got some comments or something like that. Drop some comments on the live, and I'll make a video and show y'all like some pictures and shit of me and Medellin. But other than that, I wanted to get those two topics off. While I'm in the field with y'all. I told y'all I'll be dropping some more videos for y'all. More and more. We're on the road to 1K. I'm gonna do a couple more collabs with people this month or before the summer. So y'all stay tuned. And yeah, I'm gonna be in the field with y'all. This ain't none of that sitting around in a room and saying these stories and clips like most of these security guards be having. You gonna get real in the live field from Chicago, no suburbs, none of that shit. And yeah, man, because you got so many security guards out here just basically capping. They copying other people's content, and then when you try to link up with them, man, they wanna say, "Hey, I need a fee for this," and they not even working for a real company. No, I don't have any problem with Allied, but that's not a real company. That's just a company that pay their security guards $10, $12 an hour, you know, and they hire anybody. So if you really doing security in an actual place, a hot city like this or like the major cities, them kind of like the YouTubers who you want to like really follow because you got a lot of these people who went viral, no hate, but they don't really keep it real with you. It all come down to money, and I ain't doing none of this for money. I'm just doing all this for information and just really helping a lot of people out who want to get in the industry and you know what to do and how to make money. Now I do have a lot of um, juicy stuff that I could, you know, have put out there, but I'm a private person, so down the line, you know, some of the shit I can't put on YouTube, so it would be going on to a Patreon. But that's down the line. Right now, that's maybe after 1K or even two. But legit, if you guys want any help, man, keep reaching out. Don't be hesitant to comment. Definitely like, definitely subscribe, and definitely share. I be forgetting to say that shit. Like I said, all these videos is gold. It's like I'm investing into y'all. And one day, you know, the right person gonna click on this and this is gonna go crazy and it's gonna help a lot of people out. So other than that, man, stay tuned for the video tonight. Um, I'm sorry, stay tuned for the live tonight. Where I'm gonna show y'all how I travel. So I did a video and a short on traveling while union uniform, um, or you know when you got your gear on public transportation. So it's gonna be some real good. It's gonna be a real good live tonight. Y'all don't want to miss this. Shout out to the three people that was in here. From what I could see, three people. Um, I really appreciate that. And stay tuned for the night because y'all don't want to miss this. Chicago was crazy tonight, and holla at y'all later. I'm out, security.